one and all, back to another edition of the Comedy Podcast. I am your host, DJ Marcus, and you're joining me live at the Comedy Studios. I'm never alone in the studio, except for those days when they leave me alone. And you know what I like to do when I'm alone. But I want my boy Joey LoFaro. Joe, say hello to people.
What do you like to do when you're alone? And is it done in my seat?
Yes.
Rude.
Very. But we are not alone. Joey LoFaro. We are joined this week by Long Island's own Pretty Funny herself. She is the queen of Northeast comedy. She does her thing from Maine to the south of New York. She is Miss Pretty Funny 2021, Kandyce August. Welcome back to the show.
What does Long Island have to do with anything?
I don't fucking know. Don't you live in Long Island?
No, I live in New Jersey.
Oh, well, same difference. Oh man. Joey LoFaro, we are back in the building. Short week this week. Not a whole lot of space between episodes. Our great episode last week with Mr. Chip Jones.
Yes.
There we go. See, I know his name because it's easy. It's everything I love in the world, potato chips, and all black people's real last name, Jones. So it's easy to remember him because he was a great guest last week, man.
He really was.
He missed Kandyce. Kandyce, he did say he knows you. And I proceeded to tell him, yeah, that's why she didn't show up. Because
what? No,
because that's what Kandyce does. If she knows an artist in the comedy world, she doesn't show up. She like when we had all these strangers to Kandyce, and she's been here for all those episodes. But every time we had
Rob and Alex.
Okay, Rob, you got here late on, and Alex, you got here late on. See, that's the thing, you knew them, so that you were like, I'll get there when I get there. They know me. They know me. I'm pretty funny. Oh man. But Joey LoFaro, guess what, Joey?
What?
Comedy is doing big things in the 20s and 21s.
We're
doing big things, Joey LoFaro. Because guess what?
What?
As of this week, Comedy has been graciously added to the playlist of podcasts on Spotify.
Yeah.
So that means if you're at your home and you're using your girlfriend's login to work out on Spotify, you can listen to the Comedy Podcast. So there it is. Yeah. Yes, we are, baby. We in here. We live, baby. We live on the internet, but we are definitely going to be in your ears on Spotify. Can't stop doing your hair. It's distracting me because every time you move, I got to look at you. Just in case something slip out, then I got to make sure I see it.
Out of a t-shirt?
Hey, you never know. That shirt could be a tankini. You know,
he doesn't know if it's like one of them 80s shirts with the long neck hole. It's gonna slide down on the one side.
Oh my gosh, that's my new thing for the summer. I got one shoulder out all summer.
All right,
that's my thing. The 80s neckline.
Hot shoulders summer.
I mean, them things will be sitting all over the place. Joey LoFaro, get her front stage. I don't know what to say to that. I'm all confused and befuddled.
It's just a shoulder. That's not exciting.
All right, but hey, sometimes a shoulder leads to.
Are you okay?
Had a long day, Joey. DJ Marcus had decided that this week was the week that he was going to take a vacation.
Are you that guy that like bumps into people as they go through a doorway and like longs for the contact to last longer? Like,
are you listening to an old episode, Joe?
No, I'm trying to share our current episode.
Oh man, but yeah, Joey, I am not one of those people.
Producing is a full-time job.
It is. See, I audio produce, so I just make sure we can hear each other. And Kandyce just looks at her phone the whole time. We just do this. These are the things we do as a visual medium. That's why no one watches us, Joey. They listen to us.
Wait a minute. This just in. Breaking news. Not breaking news, but Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are back together. We already knew that, but now there's like visual proof that the paparazzi got. I'm getting ready to send it to you.
Okay, well, that's great for them. I stated
that was our tabloid section.
We broke that news like 3 episodes ago.
Yeah, we broke that
but
news.
We didn't have the tabloid paparazzi shot like we have right
now.
Yeah,
we did. We had them going in and out of what was that? Were they Keene or somewhere, Joey?
What?
Somewhere in L.A. They were in L.A. somewhere.
They went to Montana together. Yeah. They were at a party, and they're like, oh, we're too old to be here. This is awkward. And then they're like, hey, you're also old and awkward. Let's go to Montana. That's because that feels right.
Hey, I'm moving to Montana.
And then Alex Rodriguez was sad in a bathroom somewhere.
Alex, A-Rod just went and picked up another one.
A-Rod was going to do a blow off a hooker in a bathroom somewhere.
First of all, A-Rod had another one the whole time. That's why Jennifer left his ass. That's not new. That's been happening.
So did Ben Affleck. That's why she left him the first time. Just going back to the same old.
No. Ben broke up with her, but she broke up with A-Rod.
Yeah, that's what they tell you. But the truth is, Ben Affleck been cheating on everybody. Just so we're all aware. Because you know what they say?
It's Candyce. 2021. J-Lo can have a side dude, and then they can just like do a tag team event every once in a while.
Okay.
Here's what I think. If a dude is handsome and also a millionaire, he's probably cheating on whoever because he can.
Would you allow it, Kandyce?
No one's allowing it, but that's what's happening.
But that means you're allowing it.
Yeah, but also
I'm allowing it. It means I'm.
Also, guys will have no money and do the same thing.
Yeah, I'm broke.
Exactly.
And I don't cheat.
Of course. Right. So this is my point. So the broke ones do it. So if somebody is handsome and successful and wealthy, they're definitely doing it. Like
broke black men don't cheat, and rich black men don't cheat. Black men don't cheat. No, cheating's the white man's game. That's how they took over the world. They cheated one race at a time. They cheated one race out of everything they could get from them at a time. That's how the white man got the world.
I think everybody cheats sometimes.
Nah, I ain't never cheated, Joey.
I cheat in jiu-jitsu.
You grab balls while you're
No, I'm just bigger than everybody.
That's not cheating. That's just a competitive advantage.
That's an advantage, brother.
Yeah, but it's not like when you're like supposed to be learning. Like I'm cheating. Like if I'm supposed to be learning how to do the technique, but I'm like only reason I'm having any success is because I'm just overpowering the smaller person. That has nothing to do with me learning anything. That's just me using an advantage I won't have in a legal match.
You won't have that same advantage
unless I go to like
Japan.
What was the thing in blood sport? The kumite. Unless I go to the kumite, and then maybe it won't matter.
Because Jean-Claude Van Damme's shorter than you, isn't he?
Yeah, so was Bolo Young.
I like how all those people in that movie were like they seemed like they were larger than life people, but in actuality they were all like 5'4".
I should go to Hollywood. I'd be a giant. Well, if I go to the Hollywood in the 80s, I'd be a giant.
Yeah, you would be.
I'd be Halfjord Bjornsson or whatever the heck that guy's name is.
You'd be the bad guy. You'd be the bad guy in Rocky 2 or Rocky 3. Sorry.
I was the bad guy in Creed 2. Did you not see that guy?
Yeah, he did look just like you.
It was disturbing. It caused me to have like conflicts. Like I don't know how to feel about this movie.
I can understand that.
It got really awkward really fast.
Oh man! But anything happened to you this week, bud? Slow week.
I mean, it was a quick weekend.
Yeah, just a weekend.
It was my mom's birthday, so we were doing that.
I saw that. Happy birthday to Mom.
Yep.
What y'all end up doing? Did you take her out or something?
Mom looking 35 all over again.
We took her out twice. We bought her a new grill. We bought her a custom-made carrot cake, and we cooked her dinner that she decided to not eat, but we cooked it, so the thought was there.
Y'all made it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
All right. So, Kandyce, did you do anything this week? This past? Well, it's been 2 weeks since we've seen Kandyce. So, Kandyce, you been up to anything since we last saw you on the Dye Comedy Podcast?
Yeah, we need to fill in.
I've been doing shows. I got some new bits I've been trying to work out, so I've been trying to get on stage as much as possible. So, new bits are doing well, and that's really all I have to report.
Oh man, yeah. Well, DJ Marcus again every week.
We can't get a taste. I mean,
no, I want to do a stand up. I want to do a stand up here. It's not funny.
Gotta come to the show.
Got to come to our shows, man. But DJ Marcus again every Friday night at the Ha Ha Hole in Westminster. Just come on out. If you mention my name at the door, you will receive a pint of Guinness. So come on out to the Ha Ha Hole and get a couple laughs. And with DJ Marcus spinning the records every Friday night.
What's with you with these holes? It's always a goddamn hole.
It's the Ha Ha Hole. That's where DJ Marcus hangs out in the hole.
Fucking rabbit hole. Go down there.
Oh man, but yeah, this week was short, man. It seemed like we didn't like it wasn't a break between episodes. Yeah, that's how short this week was.
I mean, it's a double scoop.
Huh?
That's a double. This is a love it episode. If we do another one on Thursday, it'll be a gotta have it episode.
Oh man, we're gonna get to, Joey. Eventually, we can get sponsors, and then we're gonna do this every day. Me, you, and Kandyce doing the podcast every morning from 9 a.m.
Oh, we're doing AM drive
to 11:45.
Oh, that cuts into my workout class.
Yeah, I know.
I'll have to do it during class.
There you go.
That could be interesting.
You could be in her car like Kandyce does.
I'm trying to get my. So we've had this weird thing where like at least once a week the music playlist will be like an 80s workout montage.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get them to lean into it. But I'm the only one like that remembers the 80s, like me and the instructor. There's like two people.
Yeah, because you're the only old ones there, probably.
Yeah, at 10 a.m. So I'm like, no, we have to do this. We have to live stream our workout, but we all have to be wearing like karate gis with the sleeves cut off and mullets.
Why?
Because that's what they thought athletes did in the 80s.
That is what they did in the 80s. That's what they all look like in the 80s. It's a sad state of affairs. That's what the world of athletics.
They all look like Ken from Street Fighter.
Pretty much. Oh, man. But we're going to get into some more crazy shit. Joey?
Yo.
What's going on, man? Like these celebrities doing shit with? What's going on this week, man?
Man, where should we start? Dr. Dre is got something going on.
He does. Okay.
He is opening his own high school.
All right, man.
To reach, quote, the inner city kid, the younger me.
Okay.
Yeah, I could
dig on that.
Support somebody giving back to the community, right?
At least it's not Dr. Umar. Yep. All right. What else we got going on?
Are we teasing or are we talking?
We're teasing because we're going on break.
See, you gotta let me know.
It's a break tease. It's a break tease.
I don't. We also got China's launching things into space again.
More shit hit rocket.
The Avengers are one of the Avengers had a birthday, and I may have gotten a DM from a certain pop star, and then another pop star maybe dating a racist. We'll find out who next.
All right, folks. We'll be back with more fun and more thrills on the That Comedy Podcast.
All I could wish for, nights alone that we miss more, and days we save as souvenirs. There's no time, I wanna make more time and give you my whole life. I left my girl, I'm in my Yorker. Hate to leave it, call it torture.
And this segment of That Comedy Podcast is brought to you by Bloodsport. That's right. If you love 1980s combat movies, watch Bloodsport one more time. Jean-Claude Van Damme, Bolo Young, and a whole bunch of misfits that got their ass beat. That's right, Bloodsport. On a Netflix near you, Hulu, Amazon Prime, maybe in your DVD collection. But you need to watch yourself a little bit of Bloodsport. And we're back into That Comedy Podcast. I am DJ Marcus, and I get my peaches down in Georgia. Love that shit. Again, I love this song, Joey. This is like the coolest vibe song.
You know, speaking of music, there's something I forgot to bring up. Careless Whisper.
Okay, Careless Whisper.
I'm not saying you have to play it. Is it a red flag if they're not into it?
Wait, what?
If someone you're dating is not about that song.
How can you not be? What is there not to like about that song?
I don't
Do they
know.
not like the song, or do they just not know the song?
There you go.
There was a conversation. I was explaining that Nelly Furtado is trash, and then this came on, and I was like, "This is greatness." And then there was a lot of pouting. So it might have been in response to my Nelly take, but I'm like, how can it's still Careless Whisper? This is like
the sax intro alone is fucking flames. Like that's before you even get into the song where he starts singing.
Yeah,
there's nothing not to like.
How do you like not how do you watch Deadpool, enjoy it, and not know this song? This is like the joke in the running through the whole movie.
Oh my goodness, I love this song. This is a good song, but it's a really gay song, so I gotta cut it off.
It's not really gay. It's an amazing song.
It's really gay. It's made by George Michael. It's really gay.
All right.
It's not nearly as gay as my favorite George Michael song.
Hold on. The lyric says, this is my favorite lyric of that song. It says, "To the heart and mind, ignorance is kind. There's no comfort in the truth. Pain is all you'll find." That shit is fucking, I love that song. God,
it's like
awesome.
Beautiful, dark, and unfortunately true, and it's why it strikes the heartstrings so hard.
This is Joey's favorite Wham song.
Oh, that's the one.
This was my jam until I was like 10. Like this was the greatest song I had ever found until I was 10. At least until I saw a Goofy movie.
Okay.
And then Eye to Eye has been ever since.
I gotcha. Oh man, I tried. Okay, so speaking of music, we can get into some music here for a little bit. I tried to introduce my daughter to like classic hip hop.
Okay.
And then like since she wasn't
that's tricky.
Since she wasn't really into it, I changed it up on her. So I went from my normal hip hop that I listened to what I listened to when I was in high school.
Okay.
Which consists of metal hop.
So you're saying that she wasn't about the whole, digital underground or not even like LL Cool J or Rakim. No, Limp Bizkit was more of her speed.
Yes. She was like, okay, this is different, and like she just kept looking at me, going, "This is different," and I'm like, "Do you like it? What the hell is this?" Because I played.
Did she rock out to Crazy Town?
She was rocking. What song was I playing that she was rocking the hell out to? It was hilarious because
Marcus, if your daughter's rocking out to that song, we need to have an intervention. We just stop.
First of all,
episode.
Limp Bizkit is not a wrong answer. That's good. Limp Bizkit.
This is a song I played, and she was rocking out with me in the car.
That's not hip hop at all.
I know it's not, but this is where her head is.
Oh God, I hate this song.
This is my daughter, and I didn't know this. I didn't think I would create a child that would go, you know what? I'm feeling this.
This is like if a Muppet did coke.
What is it? I can't hear it.
It's System of a Down.
Oh.
You never heard Chop Suey by System of a Down?
It's Armenian nonsense.
No, I've heard it. What's wrong with her liking System of a Down?
She's a black female.
Oh.
She can get elbowed like 9 billion times.
She can't like alternative rock?
This is an alternative.
What is it called? That's what I would call it.
No, this is an alternative rock. Alternative rock has a sadness to it.
This is a Muppet on coke.
You wanted to. You wanted to. You wanted to.
Punk rock? I don't know.
No, this is metal. This is metal.
Metal, yeah, sure.
Because the groups that go along with them on Spotify are Slipknot, Korn, Disturbed, Mudvayne.
But Korn is considered alternative. Korn is not metal.
Well, Limp Bizkit's in here too.
It's rap metal or that era of like, yeah.
It's definitely white music.
Very white.
This is my favorite song in the world. They stopped playing it after 9/11.
Really? I mean, some of these are okay. Like this one's good for like.
Oh, that's like
I don't.
You know who's rocking out right now in their house? Chef Dave.
I'm sure he is.
I must be thinking of something else besides System of the Down, because that's not what I was thinking of. That's definitely like death metal.
No, this is Drowning Pool. You've heard of Drowning Pool?
The one that you just played where they were screaming?
Yeah, that was Drowning Pool.
Okay, all right. I was like, I didn't think that was System of the Down. I was like, I must be confused.
System makes mostly like political rock music. So
System of a Down is metal with Kermit on cocaine. That's basically their whole thing.
That's not their whole thing.
That is their whole thing.
And it was a great band, POD.
POD was the shit for a little while.
POD is still the shit. I don't care how you cut it. POD is awesome. And their greatest song, Youth of a Nation, plays in my head whenever I'm driving down the street and I see these dumbass kids.
The only Christian rock band I've ever heard that doesn't sound like a Christian rock band at all.
No, they don't sound like a Christian rock band in any way, shape, or form. But they're just clean. It's clean rock. Not necessarily Christian. It's clean.
Yeah.
Man. But yeah, that was my music insight this week. DJ Marcus is
Here Comes the Boom was the shit.
Oh yeah, Boom. Satellites.
Yeah.
That whole album was amazing. Like Alive, that's what it was.
Here's the funny part. Like I look back and like all this era of music and all the bands you're talking about, and there's all of them, and then there's Linkin Park.
Linkin Park's amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
Linkin
Park's on all of them. Like you kind of like look like oh yeah, look what we were listening to. Like we're idiots for listening to it. But Linkin Park was the one thing where you go, don't you dare touch that. Like leave that alone.
Yeah.
Like that
was amazing.
It's a whole different level of respect. Whereas Limp Bizkit, you could appreciate the fun you had with it, but we all know
it was hot trash.
It was really bad.
It was hot trash. I know where you're going with that. It was hot trash. This is the first song that I ever listened to and sang after football practice. After a game, not practice, after game, when we lost, and you would listen to the song.
One is Breaking the Habit, because it's so emo, but you still rock with it. Like Breaking the Habit is the best.
See, I didn't like that album that much. That album wasn't my favorite album.
Somewhere I Belong was the shit.
Yeah, Somewhere I Belong will always.
This was up there too. I Try So Hard was one of the best, and Crawling was still like the original.
Oh yeah.
That one, like you were just like, was a whole new world of shit right there. But back to did you ever see the Defiant Ones?
Yes.
So some of the influences of these bands where you saw coming out of the '90s, and like you had like the Marilyn Mansons and the Trent Reznors and stuff, and the one common thread between those and Dr. Dre was Jimmy Iovine, who is partnering once again with Dr. Dre.
All right. Whenever they partner, they do some major shit.
They're going to open a high school in South Los Angeles.
Okay.
They both recall, quote, really hating school, and they hope the project will motivate students to excel and become critical thinkers, entrepreneurs, and innovators.
Okay. I'm down with that one.
I didn't know that Dr. Dre was that well. I mean, you got to have Oprah money to be starting schools. I mean, that's next tier wealth.
I mean,
Dr. Dre's got way more money than Oprah.
Well. Apple gave him what, like $4 billion for Beats?
Yeah, he's had Oprah money.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Dre's
all right, Andre.
Yeah, Dre's got money.
Yeah, Dre cashed out on Beats.
And he cashed out on Beats, and then he did some more shit that like he did. What was the other deal he did? He did another deal where he made like $100 million off some craziness.
He's at the point where he can just make money off of an idea that doesn't even have to go anywhere.
Basically.
Well, I know he sold Beats for a pretty penny, but what else? What was it? I mean, as if you need anything else, you don't. But what was the other thing you're talking about?
Because there was another idea he had that he sold out. Well, didn't sell out. He sold.
So the curriculum will be centered around specific skills that could turn into job opportunities for students post-graduation. The institution will receive guidance from the experts of USC academies who have seen success running similar programs.
Okay.
So it's going to be like a trade school?
I think so. Yeah. I think it's more about, well, here's the thing. Like you look at the way that education's been done and you know, I mean, trade schools might make more sense in some, and trade school, I think is probably a little too, isn't giving its fair shake. So when you think trade school,
is that oversimplifying to say trade school?
Yeah, because like you think about it, there's a lot of jobs, and you got to think about it this way: a lot of them will hire people off internships while they're in college. And I think that this is just taking away hey, I have to go to college to do an internship.
Yeah.
I think the idea is this will expand those kind of things. And because at the end of the day, like there's no reason that you need to go to college and do an undergrad degree where you continue learning about everything to get a degree in a specialization. True. And you're going to spend all this money just to like get additional education and stuff you're never going to use. So what's the point of learning it? Because you're not going to build on it or retain it because you're not going to continue using it.
That's the college con, man.
And that it is. It's kind of like it didn't used to be that way. You know, when a college degree actually like meant something, that would have been different. But the world we're living in now, where a college degree doesn't guarantee you shit, it's just like wasting, setting you back further from getting into the job market.
You know what? My family and I were having a discussion about that. I don't agree. So there's like this split. You can make, especially with tech and starting doing TikTok or starting an app or whatever, you can make millions without a college degree. But if you're going to get a job, even for the most basic jobs right now, sometimes they require a bachelor's degree for entry-level positions. So it's like you're either going to not go to college and try and make millions on something random, or if you're going to get a job, you almost have to have it. Because I've seen like on Craigslist, $12 an hour jobs, and they're saying 4-year degree required.
Well, yeah, because they can ask for it and they can get it, but it doesn't necessarily. 9 times out of 10, what really is going to get you the job is if you know somebody. Like if you know somebody, it doesn't matter. You can have an associate you could have a bachelor and not get a single call back.
Sure.
Because you don't have the right keyword, you don't have anybody. Someone over with an associate can get in over you because word of mouth is king. And getting in front of people is king. And if your high school is getting you those opportunities to be in front of someone, am I going to hire a person with a college degree off a sheet of paper? Or am I going to get this guy to come in? I can try him out while he's in high school. When he graduates, he's already been working for me. He already knows the business. I don't have to train him. I can pay him less because he doesn't have a college degree, but he gets the job. Mm-hmm. And it's an entry-level job. And I think and here's the thing. I can have a bachelor's degree guy who I have to pay a little more, but that person's saddled with debt. The company doesn't even benefit from that, right? Or I can hire this guy straight out of high school who has already been trained in my organization, and I can pay him maybe a little bit less. And if I really want him to have a college degree, maybe I give him an incentive to go and help him work that out. But as a benefit or a reason to kind of keep retain talent. Yeah. But like if I'm a student, I'm going to choose let me enter the job market. It's the same thing as like look at these athletes in college. It's weird that we have this dichotomy between what's happening in athletics and what's happening in academia, because in athletics, you can come right out of high school, and if you're a prodigy, they would take you. Teams would draft you and pay you millions of dollars if you're that good. There's no real mechanism for that in most traditional job markets.
Very true.
Because the high school's not set up for you to be specialized enough yet.
And hey, man, if whatever's getting these kids out here and actually motivated to get something, do better, is fine by me. Kandyce, I know you got your great grandkids about to start elementary school soon, so I know they're gonna need a leg up. You just paying that last bit of Howard University off.
Speaking of fucking, I don't know if this was on the list, Joey, but speaking of goddamn college degrees, when is Joe gonna release this student loan debt that he fucking promised us all campaign long? And now it's just radio silence on that topic.
I don't know. That's your boo.
Hey, you're sore.
But here's the thing, though. He did everything else that he said he was gonna do. He said, I'm gonna get however many million vaccinations out to everybody within the first ever many months. He did it. He said what was the other thing he said he was going to do? The stimulus checks. Those came out. So a lot of the promises that he made, he delivered on, and not only delivered on, but delivered on right away. but we're still waiting on this student loan forgiveness. It's like he forgot about it.
Because he don't care about that. Just like he don't care about black people. Remember, if you ain't black, you don't vote for Joe. If you don't vote for Joe, you ain't black. Remember that shit?
Here's
yeah.
But there are people called one issue voters, right? And if I would have to say my one issue that I cared about was that student loan forgiveness. And I think there are a lot of people who voted Biden-Harris simply because of student loan forgiveness. And that shit does not seem to be happening.
Well, you should never vote on one issue.
No, should.
It's not a one-issue country.
And that's the issue that they voted on, guaranteed, because people are drowning in student loan debt.
You know what, Joey?
I'm not. I didn't vote for them for that reason either.
You know what, Joey? I didn't vote for him because I voted for Trump because I believe America should be great again.
Oh my God!
And I'm hoping that 2021 will be the year of Trump when he comes back in office, because we just filed a suit. We just filed a suit in Supreme Court of Dover, Delaware, I believe, or somewhere far off that nobody really pays attention to, that we're going to get them votes recounted in 15 of those 25 states.
Didn't Florida just finish their investigation and concluded that there was no voter fraud in Florida? In Florida.
Hey,
also,
if there was a place they were going to find voter fraud, it was going to be Florida.
All right, go ahead.
Also, even if they do the recount, whatever, isn't he up on a bunch of criminal charges right now? He's got to beat that first.
No, he doesn't. Because he's
you can't run for president if you're like under criminal investigation.
No, you can't.
I don't know that for a fact, but I'm pretty sure
you can.
Here's what to answer your question, because I think Joe is grabbing the low hanging fruit. If you look at it's all the stuff that you want. That was easy pickings because hey, we need to get the country reopened. How can we do that?
Get these vaccines out. Get these people some cash.
That's the way you can do it and have everybody happy about it.
Yeah.
You know, but more so than just denying science and doing whatever. This way, you can save face and reopen with reasonable. Even though there's things that don't necessarily add up, and some of the things the CDC's done been kind of questionable. At least there's enough of a reason that I think most people have accepted that we feel comfortable where we're heading.
I can agree with that.
The stimulus checks was another thing that had been in the works already. He just didn't apply that much pressure.
He happened to be the president when the stimulus checks came out. That's like that's like me going, "Hey Joey, next Tuesday, I'm guaranteeing a Dot Comedy podcast." Mm-hmm. Well, we already have one fucking scheduled.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
well, I do think too that the reason why student loan forgiveness can't happen right now is because number one, we spent all that money on stimulus checks, and then right behind it, we had to spend all this money on giving vaccines to the people.
Well, that money doesn't not like that money goes to the government anyway. It goes to the banks that took out those dumbass loans. It's not.
I don't think
money goes to the banks. What are you talking about?
All the money that you have to pay back doesn't go to the government. Not government money.
I mean, you have to look at it in terms of this. Is it something that that benefits every Congress member to agree with?
Yeah.
If it's not, then you have to play the, hey, how can I get the upper hand so I can kind of force their hand? Or I have to work out a compromise on something else so that we can actually get something done, so we're not banging our head against the wall with stuff or doing stuff just to undo it later. So there's going to be this tug of war with political capital and collateral. Look at all the campaign promises they did about social justice, and then they come in and
ain't do shit yet.
Ain't do shit except for
keep placating these damn Chinese.
The Asian, they passed the Asian hate, the Asian hate bill.
Well, my point is this, is that they had to allocate funds for a lot of unexpected. I mean, nobody expected a fucking global pandemic. But Marcus, what were you saying about?
But they knew that going into the campaign, Candace. What are you doing right now? You accused him of not doing it, and then you backed off, and then you picked a reason, and now you're just circling back and defending him.
No, I'm just saying that I understand that other things came up that are more urgent.
But they didn't come up. They were there before he got elected.
Yeah, they were. Everything was already
There's
there.
nothing. One thing that's come up since he's been in office.
He was elected in November, and the pandemic started that same year.
It started before that.
That was
that same year. Yes, I know.
We were in the middle of it when he got elected.
So we shut down in March and then he got elected like 5 months later. So he came into a problem.
Kandyce, he knew, yeah, but that doesn't change the fact that he ran on what he ran on. He knew the pandemic was a problem when he got nominated. Yes. So everything that's happened and all the promises he was making after that point, and he made plenty of promises about student loan debt forgiveness after that point. Mm-hmm. He made plenty of promises about social justice and making progress there after that point. So I understand dealing with the pandemic first because, like I said, it's a low-hanging fruit. Not a damn soul on either side of anything is clamoring.
Say, hey man, don't talk about this pandemic
except for like
shit.
Deep introverts are like, yes, please, can all this mask and hiding in houses continue? So I have an excuse not to go to things. But outside of that, everybody's on the board with, hey, yeah, you know what? Enough's enough. I need to get out and see people. And he's been focusing on that. And if something falls in his lap in the meantime, like, hey, there's a lot of momentum around this anti-Asian hate bill. And then that was an easy one to get through because everybody was charged up about it.
Can we get an anti-black hate bill?
I don't know. You got to get some motivation. I don't know why people aren't charged up about that. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't understand it. I really don't.
I mean, how do you say anti-Asian hate bill and then go, well, yeah, you can't make a bill specifically targeting toward protecting one people. You got to protect all people. This bill protects Asian people.
So what is it exactly? Like if there's a hate crime against an Asian person,
I don't know. I didn't read it.
Like how does
it ain't got nothing to do with me.
What are the particulars?
It ain't got nothing to do with me. I know they said it out loud.
See, this is why we pick our topics ahead of time so we can be prepared for these conversations, which we're not right now. We're all talking out of our buttholes.
Yes.
So this is the butthole
segment. These conversations flow organically. Everything can't be researched. We're saying our opinions.
Okay,
right
so
what's the point of asking the question if we're all just giving like uninformed opinions?
Because I thought you might know. You know who would know if he was on here? Blue would have all the fucking statistics.
Blue would have all the Democrat statistics that are all filtered for Democrats.
Yeah. So Kandyce, I got a question for you. You asking me earlier what I meant.
I was asking you about because you were saying the money doesn't go to the
the government.
To the government. Okay, but it's federal student loans. So how does that? Is it a specific bank that the government has just for student loans?
All of the banks are government banks.
Right, I know, but
so it's not. So
they contract all this shit.
They contract all this shit through banks. So it's not like you're ever paying the government money. The government. That's the reason the government can say, okay, we're going to do student loan forgiveness. Is because those it's backed by government paper. You just
That's what I'm saying.
But it's not backed by government money. It's not backed by government money. It's just backed by government paper. They signed as a co-signer with you on that loan to the bank. Now the bank could have said no because you suck that bad. They wouldn't give anybody that loan, or they could have said yes. In which most times they did because they gave all those loans to everybody. They gave if you sign up as a student, you got a student loan, which is fine. But those loans don't come like when you pay it back. It's not like the government's getting extra money into its purse at any point in time. So it's not like they're winning when you give this money back. Only people winning are the same people who win all the time, which are the banks.
I don't know. So now to Joey's point, we got to research more on that because I have loans that are federal student loans and then there's private student loans. So the ones that are federal student loans, I feel like the money the government benefits from that.
No,
that's some kind of way.
No,
because what's the point exactly?
The government does exactly what. Okay, you ever watched the movie Lord of War?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in the movie Lord of War, they would go instead of the government.
If you haven't, go watch it.
Oh, definitely.
Don't even watch the rest of the episode. Go watch it.
Don't watch this at all anymore. Go watch that. But the government, instead of them selling, say, excess guns, so like we made a bunch of guns last year that we didn't use because we didn't have as many wars as we thought we were fighting. So what they'll do is they'll go to a broker and have them sell our guns to other countries.
Okay.
And that way they can go, okay, we don't have anything to do with that. Where our hands are clean. This broker's the one that sold them. We don't do anything with the guns. The guns are just sitting in a warehouse, except for they're all out of that warehouse and they're sold to the Iraqis to shoot at American soldiers. Now, Now, as far as the bank loans go, the government said I think it was 1970, in the 1970s, the government said, hey, you know what? Everybody needs to be able to go to school. So they gave tax breaks to the banks and said, hey, if you all underwrite all these loans for people to go to school, then we will give you the extra incentive to actually write off all these loans. Now, the problem with those loans is most people can't pay that motherfucker back because you don't know how much you're really spending at school until you get that final bill. And then you're like, well, shit, how'd I spend $100,000 in 4 years? And I ain't made none to start paying it back. Because if you started paying it back at the beginning of college, you may have had enough to pay back the loan if you knew how much you were paying.
And that's if you only got a 4-year degree.
Yeah.
Which most people need to get more.
Yeah. And so the government said, hey, the banks can have these extras. We'll just sit on the side and just, hey, we'll just keep telling people to go to college. Go to college. That's the thing. Go to college. Go to college. And then so they just kept sending people out. The only time the government makes any money is on the GI Bill stuff, because that's when the government is working with the banks to pay off these loans. It is it's not money. So they take that. Okay, it's confusing as hell, but it's basically going, hey, you owe this money, but the money just disappears when everything's all settled. That all the money that the school says you owe them disappears.
I mean, if they really want to do anything, it's not really an issue. They always can just do the whole federal private bank, whatever the hell it is. The Fed, they'll just go, hey, Fed, make more money. And then they go, Esperiana Patronum. And then poof, there's dollars on a pallet somewhere.
Yeah.
So if it's the banks and not necessarily the government, how was he able to promise that he was going to wipe out student loan anyway, if that's based on the banks and not on the executive branch of our government?
Because the government can make an executive order to force the banks to do anything.
Think about eminent domain. They can do that shit too.
They can go to the bank and say, hey, guess what? 10% of these loans, 10% of all loans in the country are now cut in half.
Think about all the people who just lost their front lawns to a new road on Powder Mill Road in the past month. Because they're like, hey, we're going to widen this. Yeah, but it's going to put the road on my door. Yeah, here's a cut some money. You know, your house is worthless now.
Yeah, that's what the government does. Whenever the government wants to do something, it can take control and do it.
I shit you not. There's now a house that literally will open their door and be on the road.
On Powder Mill Road?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
That's dangerous. How did the zoning even allow that?
Because they don't.
There's no such thing.
They're going to use eminent domain and say it's the greater good and say, hey, we need to widen this road so that stuff can get through. To what? I don't know, because all that's out there on the other side of Route 1 is farming and nothing.
We're out on Powder Mill.
They're widening the strip between Route 1 and where the exits are near the for the 95. So a little strip between 95 and Route 1 is getting widened. That's why there's been construction on there for
where those apartments are?
Months. Apartments. Powder Mill Road, not Cherry Hill.
I'm on the wrong road. Okay. Oh yeah, I saw that shit. That shit's ridiculous. Like I remember we drove past it and I went, "What the fuck are they doing to this road? Are they adding a sidewalk?" That's all I could think. I didn't even think they were widening the road. I thought they were just adding the sidewalk.
Look at all the manholes and all the where they put all those and where the gutters are.
Yeah, that's a hot goddamn mess. Oh man, but the government sucks. I'm sorry, Kandyce, you're going to be disappointed in 2021 because you're still going to owe them student loans. I'm 2020. What was that? 2021. So 2025.
I think he's saving it, like right at the end of his campaign when he, the end of his term when he's trying to get reelected. That's when he's going to do it, probably.
Joe Biden ain't getting reelected. When
he's trying to get reelected,
he's not going to try. He's not even going to try. He was.
I'm just going to keep sitting here and saying I told you so because I told y'all that this wasn't it, but it was all y'all like we have to. So we did. We had to, but this is who he is.
I mean, we had to vote for the lesser of two evils. I mean, what?
How many times are we going to play that game?
Every time. That's the only choice we have every time.
It isn't. We need to that needs to not be the case. We can't keep playing that game.
The comedy party of self-defense will be running Joey LoFaro in 2024 as our candidate that comedy party of self-defense.
What year did Kanye say he was running? He's running next time, right?
He's supposed to run this past time.
He ran and then he started saying
he ran and started talking racist shit again.
He said Harriet Tubman wasn't
black or didn't free no slaves. Harriet Tubman didn't free the slaves. That's what he said. Those exact goddamn dumbass words.
He has been surprisingly quiet for somebody going through a divorce. Remember how he used to get on Twitter and do crazy rants for just the most random shit?
I think he shut his Twitter down.
They shut him down?
He shut it down. He shut all his social media down.
Perhaps he sought help.
Well, perhaps he's getting some new booty because I saw him on TMZ with a new chick.
What makes you think he wasn't getting booty the whole time?
Well, I mean,
yes,
Kanye.
Yes, good point.
I mean, you can't be faithful. At some point, black men don't cheat. Keep trying to tell you, Joey. It's this white man thing.
What about China?
Black China? I ain't got nothing to say about Black China.
No, China. Because do they cheat? Because they're putting them rockets up in space again.
China rockets in flight. Afternoon delight. Oh wait, is that how the song goes? Is that it?
A Chinese spacecraft will blast off from the Gobi Desert on a long March rocket in the coming days, ferrying 3 men to an orbiting space module for a 3-month stay. The first time China has sent humans into space for nearly 5 years, according to Reuters.
Okay, first of all, are they off COVID already? Shouldn't they just stay on that for a little while, make sure it's suppressed? Don't go to...
Okay, China's been done with COVID.
No, they still should just watch it for a little while longer. Don't jump to the next thing.
What do you
stay
think?
On COVID for a little bit.
They're taking the germs into space so they can become tentacles.
Pretty
much.
Oh
my God, they're about to cause a space pandemic. This is
yes.
This is stressful.
The Shenzhou 12, which means divine vessel, will be the third of 11 missions needed to complete China's space station by 2022. Among them, 4 will be missions with people on board, potentially propelling up to 12 Chinese astronauts into space. More than 11 men and women that China has sent since 2003.
Okay, so Chinese have decided to...
that is scariest shit. I don't even like going in an airplane. Can you imagine going in a spaceship? That is the scariest shit.
Well, you don't like going into an airplane because it's 24 people in an airplane. Especially if it's 3 motherfuckers and all of us got shots. And I can trust that all 3 of us got shots.
Well, I'm not talking about the pandemic. I'm talking about just it makes me nervous to be flying.
I saw a cool ass video yesterday of like the space shuttle going into space and just how small it is compared to clouds and shit all around it. I was like, that is God. You know what the real way to look at that shit? Because if you see it come through a cloud, it's just a puff of smoke coming through this vast open space.
Well, I mean, the atmosphere is a lot more than think about like the further away you go up. If you go like around inside, even inside the atmosphere, that's a lot longer trip around the Earth than it is on the surface.
Yeah, true. I mean, but it's just so. I mean, when you look at because I like to do this fun thing where I'll take where I like to see. No, I'm sorry, not like to do. I like to see this cool animation where it takes a person and then it zooms out of that person. It shows like an apartment building, and then it zooms out of an apartment building and shows like the city they're in, and then it zooms out and shows the county they're in, then the state they're in, then the country, and then it shows Earth. And then it shows the universe. And then you just think everything's fucking tiny comparably. like looking at everything and going, we're just small.
Here's an alien looking down on us right now saying, y'all ain't shit.
Y'all ain't got shit on us, man. We need to get to a type 3 civilization, Joey.
Type 3?
Type 3 on the Kardashev scale. That's when we can harness the power of the entire universe.
Okay.
Or the entire galaxy. Can't harness the power of the universe because we can't get nowhere else just yet.
Unless we get infinity stones.
Uh-oh. What about? Oh, that's not a topic.
Oh wait,
I thought you were segueing. I thought you were segueing into a topic.
I was segueing into it.
You were?
Captain America.
Speaking of infinity stones, Joey.
Did you see the?
It's too late now, Mark.
Did you see the
Look it up.
Loki? Did you see the Loki premiere?
I watched bits of it. I got to finish it tonight. I'm
Okay.
finishing right after the episode.
Then I won't spoil it for you.
I saw him crying at one point, and I was like, all right, I got to keep watching this.
Yeah. There's a
Candace, you watch Loki yet? You like white men?
You know what?
well,
No, I
speaking
didn't
of white
watch it.
men,
I watched Sweet Tooth, which was really good.
Is Sweet Tooth the one with the mutated babies?
Yeah, they're like half animal, half human.
It's such a hilarious premise.
wait, what?
Yeah, it's a Netflix show, and I started watching that too, and it threw me off because I was like, all right, I don't know where this half deer, half baby came from, and it kept calling the deer that saw in the forest mom, and I was like, that ain't that baby mom.
You gotta get to the end. They tell you where he came from.
Oh,
but
okay.
It's an adaptation from a comic strip.
Okay.
So it's a bestiality show.
It's a show about
No.
bestiality.
They're called hybrids. They're half human, half animal, and they are a product, or they are in relation to this virus. This virus started that was killing people, a huge pandemic.
Pandemic started.
And they don't know if the virus caused the hybrids or the hybrids caused
and
the
Joe
virus.
Exotic fucked the tiger, and then there was Hobbs.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
So
No.
what basically happened was very simple. Tiger King caused the pandemic, and the pandemic caused mutated babies.
Wasn't that the premise of Dark Angel? They were all like half cats.
Yeah, I think so.
That's why they went into heat.
So what happened? What happened with one of the Avengers, Joey?
So apparently there's three Chris's, right? And
Yes.
we got Chris Hemsworth, who plays Thor. We got Chris Evans, who plays Captain America, and you have Chris Pratt, who played Star-Lord.
Okay.
And Chris Evans, on his 40th birthday, got trolled by Hemsworth, who posted a photo with Chris Pratt.
What did the photo say?
I think it was just. I think it was basically just. I'm sorry. This is what happens when I don't do my research. Oh, he tagged Chris Evans as if like Chris Pratt was Chris Evans.
No. I think I did that once to somebody. I've done that a couple times actually. It's hilarious to do. Oh man, but there was something else that happened to him to Chris Evans on his birthday, wasn't there, Joey?
Yeah, apparently he had a surprise visitor in his DMs.
Yeah,
So Lizzo drunk DM'd Captain America, and she posted a TikTok about how she slid in his DMs. And so apparently he posted a story about what he replied, and I didn't even know that. So I'm researching that now. But anyway, the point is she's so confident, right? Like she has that big body, but she just feels beautiful, and she projects that confidence all the time. Confident enough to slide in Captain America's DMs, and I love it.
Okay, you say confident, I say deluded.
Delusional. Sorry.
If you were drunk, then that's not really that confident now, is it?
Yeah, she was drunk already. I don't see Captain America. I think that's what those ones that Captain America goes, you know what? Thank you. I appreciate it. And I wish you best in your endeavors. may you do your best. I don't know what to do with this.
Did he respond by saying, "So you drunkenly DM'd Captain America"? Like, did he sit down in the chair? Like at the end of the movie?
No, I'm trying to see what he said. But the point is that she just shot her shot. Like, and some would say she shot her shot out of her league, but I don't see it that way. I just see it as she's beautiful. She loves herself the way that she is, and she's unapologetic about it.
You don't think he's out of her league? Let's not lie about this shit. Come on now. Let's not sit here and lie
Wait. It says, "No shame in a drunk DM," Evan said in his message, followed by a kissing emoji. "God knows I've done worse on this app, LOL." Seemingly referencing the nude photo he seemingly shared by accident online in September.
Yeah,
he missed that?
Her back.
He put his dick on the internet.
I remember when he put his dick on the internet.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I remember that. That was bad.
kind of surprised we missed that one.
I don't think we talked about it because no, we hadn't started the podcast up yet. It was right before we started doing the podcast.
I mean, I still just don't remember that happening. I mean, it was 2020.
Everything happened in 2020.
There was a lot wrong.
Oh man, what? Why do men hate till they gotta be hate? What is that? How the song goes?
Why men great till they gotta be great?
Oh, because we are.
I don't know what that means.
So what did he say? He said it's okay that you sent a drunk DM. I've done worse.
Yeah,
basically.
Okay, hey, I'm proud of
him. He might be curious. He might want to get some.
No, I'm going to answer for him. No,
he might be curious. You never know.
She just put a video out, right? And she was like, "Hey, big girl summer," and she was like, "We got abs too," and like she kept bending over where, like, her belly would crease a certain way, and it looked like she would have like abs. She kept doing it.
Leave her alone. She actually had abs. There was a lot of fat over them, but she definitely, you could see.
So fucking do I. What the fuck is that?
You can see the indentation. I saw it.
Yeah, that was the funniest video I seen. She's like, "Yeah, big girls got abs too," and I was like, "Okay, so do everybody else. We all have abs. You just can't see all the abs."
Why won't people just let Lizzo live? Like, people can be fat and fabulous, and y'all just let them live.
You can be. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with fat people. Stop. You make it seem like I hate fat people. That's not true in any way. I'm fat. I can't hate fat people. I don't hate myself. But I look at Lizzo. Lizzo is just too goddamn much. She is too
pretty.
Huh? She got a very pretty face. She got a very pretty face. She has a very pretty face. Now,
I just don't care for her music. She sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher.
Now she got
wah 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 wah.
I don't like that at all. Her music is great, and the lyrics are very empowering for women.
Now she got a long ass.
Her booty is so tall.
Her booty's tall as hell as Haley.
Tallest ass I've ever seen in my life. Why is it like that? Oh, NBA ass. It's like, oh shit.
I've spent zero time looking at it.
Her ass is as tall as a 5-year-old.
It is. It really is a tall ass.
Oh my god, damn!
I just love her energy. She has such.
You never seen her ass, Joey?
No.
You never seen Liz's ass?
Why would I?
Here, let me
send
it
the
to
internet.
The DMs. Send it to our group chat. Her ass is tall as fuck. Marcus ain't lying.
I don't doubt that. Just okay.
It's the tallest ass I've ever seen. All right,
it looked like a midget, standing up midget.
Oh my god! But yeah, I mean, that's such good energy. Another one that has really good energy, Cardi B. She just seems happy and in a good mood all the time.
I don't. Why is she standing next to a dryer? What is that?
She's standing next to a dryer. What are you talking about?
There's a round thing. There's a round hole.
It looks like a dryer. That might be a dryer. I don't know why she.
And
which one? The first video on her page?
And I'm not even sure that's a person. It just looks like I see hair and an ass.
Now this is the funniest one I've seen.
Let's see.
You realize the audience can't see any of this.
No,
I don't know what y'all are talking about. Which one is her standing next to a dryer?
The one of her with her ass in the picture. Why they put a black line to cover her ass?
Cover the hole.
Cover her hole.
Except it wasn't wide enough, so it just looks like it accentuates it. It's like a mascara line.
Oh man, if you've seen one Lizzo ass pic, you've seen them all.
Yeah, it is quite a gargantuan ass.
I mean, she could do her thing and whatever.
Now, Joe, if you saw Lizzo
in
the streets, and she was like, "Oh my goodness, you are Joey LoFaro. I'm trying to get at you. What's up?" Would you go leave me the fuck alone? Or would you politely go leave me the fuck alone, please?
I don't know. I would not know how to handle it. I'd be really awkward about it.
I'd be like,
I would just be awkward until she went away. That's generally how I've handled those things.
I look her dead in the face and go, "Why men great till they gotta be great?" And then just run.
Turn down as much as men like to say out loud. I feel like she's attractive enough that people would want to be with her, sleep with her at least.
I'm not saying
I'm
no
not
one
saying
wants to sleep
people.
with her.
He's asking me
I'm
specifically.
asking Joey LoFaro.
Okay.
I'm asking Joey Abs LoFaro.
So you're saying she's not attractive, Joey?
I'm not. That's not my type.
He's
That's
not
all.
attracted to her.
Okay.
Okay. And
But I also haven't met her,
seems
so I
like
don't
you're
know.
upset by this, Kandyce. Are you upset by this?
No. You know what? I'm tired of this shit. You know what? I don't have to be attracted to people who are heavy. I don't have to be. Like, I don't have to be. Oh, Lizzo's the poster child for being proud of your body, so I have to. In order to I don't like that's what I don't not attracted to that. It's not a crime on me to not be attracted to that. I body shame myself, so I'm not going to be attracted to somebody that doesn't like work, have that. Now if they're working at it and that's they keep whatever, that's cool. And I'm not like just saying it's a deal breaker for me, but like you asked me in a vacuum, do I find her attractive? I'm like, no, it's not my type. That's not like now if I meet her and there's other stuff and it's a different thing, that's a whole different thing.
If he meets her and there's a spaghetti bowl there and they happen to grab the same noodle and they come in together and kiss, you never know how life gonna work. She might eat that meatball the way he like it.
The fact that she's overweight doesn't automatically make her not attractive. That's all I'm
No
saying.
one said that. No one said that.
Just like no one said Joey had to like her because she's big. I'm just saying.
Because you were shaming me for not feeling. You totally were.
I said okay.
Your face said shame.
I heard it in your tone.
Your face said shame, Kandyce. Your face said everything they said to Cersei Lannister when she was coming down the street. Shame. Shame.
I just said okay.
No, my thing is I would not date Lizzo because as I've stated on the podcast, I think a couple times, my arguments wouldn't make sense. It'd just be arguments over chicken and who ate the last piece. And I really couldn't have those arguments in my house. It's not going to be a fun night for anybody involved. Lizzo is a beautiful young woman who can play the violin better than anybody I've seen and can sing a note that she stole from another group of writers a long time ago.
Let me explain this.
Flute. I'm sorry.
I come from a long line of body image issues in my household, so it's important for me in a relationship to be with somebody who prioritizes that because I prioritize that, and I also know it's hard for me. I'm not naturally like
fit.
The kind of person who's going to have a low body fat percentage. I have to work really, really hard to have a body type that I feel comfortable with. And I'm not even comfortable with my body right now.
Yeah, he's fat right now.
And wow, Marcus.
No, that's true. No, like that's how I feel like I'm fat right now. Well, relative to where I want to be.
I've known Joey for 10 years. I can tell Joey, just like girls, just like chicks can tell each other they're fat and on and off, guys do the same shit. I looked at Joey when he came in wearing a black t-shirt and I said, yeah, Joey look a little pudgy today. And I went, hey, it's all good. I ain't gonna fuck with him about it. I'm gonna just tell him how I feel and I'll move on. I'm fat every day.
I'm trending.
How am I gonna be in his ass about being fat?
I was
today?
fat. I was really fat a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh fuck, I gotta change my diet. And I started dieting, and now I'm on the way back down. That's why like my arms and my like neck and legs are starting to lean out, but my torso's still fat. And that's why my nipples have been very out there pointy today.
Kandyce looking at you kind of hard right now.
I turn that thing sideways so I can try to see both of you.
Like I have a lot of muscle mass, and so but the fat sits on top of it, so it doesn't look as bad on my body. But like I still don't feel comfortable like naked. Like it's different.
It's all right.
I'm not at where I want to be. And so, and I know how hard, like that's what I'm saying. So knowing how hard that is, I want someone else who also is going to either has the same work ethic towards it. So it's easy for me to like want to like push myself, or somebody who like is naturally that way so that I feel obligated to work hard at it, because it's very easy for me to slide into the periods where I don't take care of my body as well. Very easy for me to like not go to the gym that day. I know that's a slippery slope for me, and so that's why in a relationship, I'm initially attracted to someone who has one of those things.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know what I'm attracted to, Joey?
Mhm.
Titties, whatever size, whatever shape they come on.
Well, that helps.
Because as you will note, the episode for Memories and Oral Day 2 weeks ago.
That's a day.
Yes, it was Monday before last. We were supposed to have Alex Starr on this episode. That was Memories and Oral Day.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
Oh, you didn't look at the episode titles, did you?
I feel like I missed something.
Yeah, man. But what else is going on, Joey? You know what we're gonna do, Joey? Before you get that, we're gonna hit some rapid fire shit, man.
Okay.
Tell me. Okay, I need you to do this as quick as possible because it looks like the board's about to die, and we're getting real close to the time the show ends. Anyway,
Board's about to die.
All right, I'll tell you about that when we finish the episode. All right,
Oh,
so
Lord.
Joey LoFaro, what is going on in the world?
All right. Well, since we're on these relationships topics, with Billie Eilish is dating some new boo, but her fans are having problems with it because they've dug into his social media and has been found to have dropped N-bombs and used and racist and homophobic statements.
So he is not M-bomb eligible.
He's also 10 years older than her. I do not believe he is.
Okay. You know who's N-bomb eligible, right, Joey?
His name is Matthew Tyler Vorce.
Vorce?
Vorce? Vorce.
Vorce. Yeah, he white. Matthew Tyler.
He's an actor.
Okay. I don't think I've ever heard his name.
I've never heard of him either. He's probably British or some shit.
All right, so he's not N-word eligible. So
her fans are burning her merch now
because she's dating a racist.
God, you were so dramatic.
So you can be okay. So this brings up the question which you asked earlier.
I mean,
during the pre-show meeting, you can be relationship canceled. Okay, because especially if you're the bigger celebrity.
This dude looks ridiculous.
Does he?
He looks like DJ Qualls, except like impish, like sprightly. He looks like if DJ Qualls was an elf.
My phone died, so I can't look it up. God
Matthew Queese?
No, Vorce. Vorce.
Yeah, he does.
I mean,
well, here's the thing. Everybody was racist or homophobic in old tweets. I pulled up Kandyce's old tweets.
Oh my God, my tweets are so racist.
yeah, I mean, supposedly he's 10 years older than her.
Okay.
And she's 19. So
he's 29. I mean,
it's still young.
So when he made these tweets, he was in his mid-20s. Everybody's stupid in their mid-20s.
Yep.
I mean, it depends on how he handles that, but at the same time, like, does he look at it that way, or is it just?
Well, yeah, that's also the thing. You gotta say it out loud.
Hey, apologize.
That's not me. That's not me now. I'm sorry if anybody was offended by the old tweets. I'll be happy to delete them or take them down or leave them up, and so that everyone can see how bad I used to be. But I'm not that person anymore.
Anybody can be a celebrity nowadays. You can't say anything. You can't do anything. Shit you wear. It's like you. Oh my God!
I feel like
so
it's. I get it's weird. Yeah, and this is like, especially when it's like, it's not even you. It's your significant other. Although I will say, there are certain situations where, especially over the past year, we've looked at we've tried to separate sports from politics. We try to separate racism from politics, and you can't anymore. All these things are starting to go hand in hand with it's it's very all or nothing, and we're polarization's at an all-time high, and this is cancel culture, and this is the cancel culture generation, and this is their star. So of course this was going to happen.
Yeah, because she is one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, Billie.
Yeah, I didn't know that was I thought Billie Eilish was a boy.
I did too.
I still don't know what song she sang. I'm over it.
I mean,
I can't name a Billie Eilish song at all.
Let's pull up some Billie.
We don't need to.
We're gonna Billy it up, brother.
We have to do rapid fire. We can keep going.
Keep going while I pull up some Billy.
Watch Floyd and Logan Paul.
We mentioned it. It was, a hug fest.
Yeah. Floyd punched him in the face and damn near knocked him out and then held him up for 3 more rounds.
Why that's relevant, you guys. Paul was rumored to have made between $5 and $10 million for 24 minutes in that ring.
Of course.
That's what he made.
Yep.
So what I'm saying to you is go get your Instagram followers up because you
and they get punched.
I'm not fighting Floyd Mayweather.
What the fuck? Yeah, that's that old meme of, hey, would you take a punch from Mike Tyson for $5 million?
Yes.
Average idiot would say yes. I'm still saying no.
Here's the thing. I'm too old to be doing that dumb shit anymore. Like, if we had done this when we started the podcast, I would have been the guy that does all the dumb stunts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is her number 1 song on Spotify. Your Power.
Sounds like the late 90s.
Here's number 2. Okay, here's number 3.
I still don't recognize a single one of these.
Here's number 4.
That one sounds okay.
Why is this music?
Damn, Joey.
I can't with these Zennials. Anyway,
Chef Dave just texted me, yes, I am watching the podcast, and yes, I am rocking out.
Speaking of things coming to an end, Microsoft has announced that they're ending support for Windows 10 in October 14th of 2025.
Okay.
So you got 4 years and change.
Did they announce Microsoft 11 or Microsoft II?
No. What? It's really
just cancel support for one of your products. Like, where else am I going to go to get help on it?
Yeah, I mean, normally you do that like after there's been Windows usually does it. Usually they release a shitty version of the new operating system that fails, and then when they're ready, then they'll announce that right before they announce the support for the current one that's good, that's going to end right before they announce the new operating system. Yeah, but they haven't announced an operating system since Windows 10, and the law of averages says every other Windows sucks. So we're going to be fucked in 3 years.
You know who won this? Who wins in this?
Who?
Melinda Gates. You know what I think happened, Joey? You know what I think happened to her?
What?
I think it was like a child support agreement. So Bill said, okay, I'm going to leave with all my money and you can keep the foundation. And she said, no, you can't take all your money and I get the dumbass foundation. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm taking tech support over in 2025. I'm gonna take all the tech support for the company with me.
I think
he was like, wait, huh? And she was like, yeah, I'm taking it with me. So I'm gonna give you 3 years to get your shit together, and I'm taking it all.
Did the divorce switch him from a glass half full to a glass half empty kind of guy? Is that what happened here?
He was like, well, I'll go sleep with my 15-year mistress anyway, and I'll be on my damn way.
Millions. How much was she rumored to be awarded in the divorce?
She has her own money. She didn't need it.
She what? What was she?
She was already rich. She made from Microsoft. She had her own money.
Okay. All right.
That's why it was the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Helped him build it? She helped him build Microsoft?
Yeah, she's been his wife for how many? 20, 25 years now?
Yeah, something like that.
I'm saying, is she part or owner of the company?
I'm sure she has a number of shares.
She's at an ownership stake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not to be outdone, tech billionaire Elon Musk said Monday that he plans to sell his last remaining home.
So he homeless too.
He called
I think him and Bill Gates are going to stay in that same extended stay that the dad and Rick and Morty stayed at.
Musk that statement to even be a thing.
Wait,
I'm my last remaining home. Like, how fucking to even say that phrase?
It says Musk has repeatedly said he plans to sell most of his possessions, including all of his houses, to fund a colony on Mars. He said he wants to send 1 million people to Mars by 2050.
How, Sway? Ain't nobody started going yet.
You want a whole damn colony.
He's got, what?
Got 30 damn
19 years?
Yeah. No, 29 years.
29 years to figure it out.
But why is he selling his last house now?
He needs the capital.
He's like the Zappos owner. You ever hear of the Zappos?
It says it follows ProPublica report last week that Musk, the CEO of both Tesla and SpaceX, paid $455 million in taxes from 2014 to 2018. His wealth grew $14 billion over the same period.
I guess he couldn't afford the houses anymore. He's like, I'm gonna start cutting expenses. I don't need no house.
No, why this dude? I'm done with this dude.
Doesn't he have like 4 kids now? I know he's got 3 by a previous wife, and him and his new wife have a baby with a bunch of crosses in his name.
This is the way he said this is weird. Decided to sell my last remaining house, period. Just needs to go to a large family who will live there. Period. It's a special place.
Wow. Did you guys watch him on Saturday Night Live? Was
No.
he funny
No.
Okay. I didn't watch him either. I don't know if he was funny or not.
His accent's trash, so I can't really listen to him.
I still have never heard him speak.
Me neither. What does his accent sound like?
I don't know.
It's a horrible Eastern Bloc accent that doesn't make any sense.
Oh, he sounds like Boston or New Yorkish?
No.
You sure he doesn't sound like Ronnie Mervis?
A little bit.
He's from South Africa, right?
Yeah, he's South African.
It's like, I'm Ronnie Mervis, diamond importer. And we've got the best diamonds for the best price.
Oh, man. So,
no middleman, just right.
Anything else going
Shrimp
on
on
in
the
the world?
barbie.
Anything else going on in the world?
That's Australia.
Yeah, I felt right.
It felt like it should.
A humpback whale swallowed a lobster diver whole and spit him out alive. He said, quote, "It tried to eat me."
No, it did eat you.
So we just gonna openly start having Bible stories come true.
For real. That's one of the plagues.
The guy's name is Josiah.
Yes, we're just openly having Bible stories start coming true. Josiah and the whale in 2021. Next thing you know,
wasn't it Jonah and the whale?
Yeah, it was Jonah. No, the guy's name was Josiah. But it was Jonah and the whale in the Bible. So now, next thing you know, there's going to be a lady with some blood issues touching somebody. There's going to be Moses got to take some people out of Mississippi and have them cross the Mississippi Delta.
So one plagues with locusts, right? Well,
yes.
It's
Cicada town.
So
cicadas here now. It's going to get dark, and they're going to kill all the firstborn virgins.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was Josiah was not the.
Oh, he wasn't. That wasn't his name.
I think he was the guy who was with the guy that got eaten. Hold on, I'm confirming.
Please confirm. Get a .comedy research team.
Do we have does this really happen, or he's just saying that shit?
No, I'm saying there's a witness. There were 2 guys.
Jimmy and Josiah.
There was Michael and Josiah.
Okay.
Michael did the second plunge into the ocean off the coast of Cape Cod, and he already caught 100 pounds of lobster. But then all of a sudden, they couldn't see the bubbles from his thing anymore, and Josiah wasn't sure what he was witnessing. A burly fish thrashed before him, and for a split second, he thought it was a great white shark. Then Mayo saw its flukes cut through the water and observed it violently shake its head. This was a humpback whale. As they were counted with the info, it was a relief that it wasn't a shark, which meant Michael would be all done at that point. Yeah, so Michael was the one who got eaten. Michael Packard.
Another biblical
Did
name.
Michael recount what it looked like inside of? I guess it's dark in there.
He said, "I was inside it. I was inside its mouth. It tried to eat me." Why am I just hearing that in Samuel L. Jackson? Actually, not even Samuel L. Jackson. It's Dave Chappelle doing Samuel L. Jackson lager commercial.
I was inside of it. It tried to eat me.
Motherfucker tried to eat me.
Yes, that whale deserved to die, and I hope it burned in hell.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? That reminds me. If you want to see something really weird, there's a Netflix documentary called "My Octopus Teacher." That's about this guy in South Africa who goes and dives and has this really inappropriate relationship with an octopus.
And friends with the octopus. Hassan loves that shit. He keeps telling me to watch it. He's like, this guy, he's best friends with an octopus.
It's creepy. No, it's creepy. Like, listen to the way he talks about it. He's in love with it.
Does he poke it and make it?
He stalks
make the oil
it.
come out of it?
No, like.
First of all, it's ink, but also he's stuck in that oil.
He likes to watch. He likes to like go and play with it and stuff, and then when it's like about to get eaten by a shark, he just watches.
Ooh.
He likes to watch.
You're gonna
fucking
die.
best friend is that?
It's fucking weird. He's really disturbing. And the way he describes it is just like he's in love with it. It's creepy.
Well, that guy needs some help.
Saying that he went and he spent like 5 days a week in the ocean with the octopus.
He like fucked his family. He went in the ocean and was trying to make it. Like he literally stalked this octopus until it got Stockholm syndrome.
The way I was told was that the octopus was following him.
No, it was not.
Okay.
He was stalking her, and then he scared her off, and then he stalked her again and found her again.
And octopuses travel alone? They don't travel in like schools or anything?
No, they travel by themselves.
All right. Okay.
Oh man. Joey, we've come to the end of another exciting episode of Dot Comedy Podcast, my friend.
I don't remember what happened, but there was something that was so funny when I was watching that I almost passed out from laughing. Have you ever had that happen?
Yeah, I've had that.
I laughed so hard that I almost blacked out.
I've had that happen a few times. Oh man, but if we've come to the end, Joey, you got anything going on this week, man? Any shows coming up?
I will be at Nottingham's Tavern in Columbia, Maryland on Saturday the 19th.
Juneteenth special?
Juneteenth special at Nottingham's.
Candyce, you doing anything special this week?
I'm all over. I'll be back in DC later this month. And a couple of other states. But if you want to know where I'm at, follow me at _Kandyce, which is KANDYCE. And I post all my shows there.
Oh, man. And I am DJ Marcus. And every week, again, you can find me at the Ha Ha Plaza down in Littleton, Virginia. Every Friday at 5:45, I will be spinning the hits at the Ha Ha Tavern.
In a DJ hole or some shit like that.
Yeah, I'm surprised it wasn't a hole.
Hey, sometimes it's a tavern. Oh man, but DJ Marcus, Joey LoFaro, Kandyce August, Weird Dot Comedy. We will see you next time with more fun and more thrills on the Dot Comedy Podcast. See you next time, folks.
Did Joey do it? Okay.
Yeah.
Back then, I thought you were just like me, somebody who